Hi, Brisholine, or Brisholine, wrote in our gaming suggestions something that's easy to come back to. I have this issue with games where if I haven't played it in over a month, I can't get myself to go back to the game because I dread the idea of relearning it and getting back to the same skill level I was when I last played. So I'm looking for something that has a short learning curve but is still interesting enough to keep me engaged. Replayability is important. If it was a story-driven game, I would just complete the story and probably never go back to the game unless I really enjoyed it. And as an added bonus, it would be nice if it wasn't very time-consuming, since I'm a college student and I'd like to play it between classes or during study breaks. So, let's get the big and obvious ones out of the way. CCGs like Hearthstone, especially the casual ones. Roguelikes like Faster Than Light or The Binding of Isaac. Defense games like Kingdom Rush, Plants vs Zombies, Orcs Must Die, etc. Those are some pretty good fits already, but I expect you to know pretty much all of them anyway, so check them out if you haven't. But if you're looking for a game that you might not have heard of yet, here are my top 3 recommendations. Number 3. Long Live the Queen. While it's a game with a lot of text and quite a bit of story focus, it's also strategic roguelike. It's not randomized, but there are so many branches. It's got an incredible amount of replayability. Gameplay is very easy. You, my friend, are a princess, and while waiting for your coronation, you decide every day which of your 42 abilities you want to improve on. Yep, 42, you heard that right. Fencing, public speaking, accounting, magic. Go ahead and decide if you want to be a spy, a warmongerer, loved by your people, or good at dancing, whatever. During all of that, since you are a true princess, the game of course tries to kill you, constantly throwing skill tests at you while it expects you to make choice after choice after choice, be it where to move your army, or if you want to travel to your cousin's castle to attend a birthday party, or hey, what do you say, want to investigate your allies' true intentions, or improve castle security? As expected, there's one downside though. Long Live the Queen is a fleshed out game and I'm recommending it, but as far as I know there are only 4 different ways to actually beat it. So don't expect a complete RTS, a complex dating sim and open world mechanics at the same time. At some point you will die the same way a second time, or just restart because you messed up what you were trying to do. But for $10, it's great, try it. Number 2. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. It might be just me, but this game has got one of the highest playtimes in my library. It's straightforward and very easy to pick up, hard to master and offers a lot of variety once you dive into it. On the surface, it's just a match 3 game. Pick up a dude, put it back down in a different row, 3 in a vertical line form an attack formation, horizontal lines form a defensive wall. Pretty straightforward. Break through the other dude's defense before it does the same to you. There are 5 different factions, 10 playable characters with their own abilities, 14 counting DLC, and a ton of faction-based elite creatures, items, a solid single-player campaign, and a somewhat still-alive multiplayer feature on top of it. It also got hot seat and even 2v2, although you rarely see people play that anymore. The whole thing is $10, 13 with the DLC, and it even has a free demo. A fair warning though, multiplayer isn't perfectly balanced and you will see some units and items way more often than others. Personally though, I enjoy to mess around with the weaker combos just as much. Number 1. This War of Mine. I love this game so much. It's almost too popular for this list, I know, but I still feel it doesn't get anywhere near the attention it deserves. This War of Mine is a 2D resource management stealth kinda roguelike war simulation thing, I don't know. What I do know is that I'm still coming back for another run every now and then, and I can't wait for the new content that's on the way as we speak. Looking at over 11,000 Steam reviews, 95% of the people who played this game recommend it. I mean, how many games can say that about themselves? Gameplay is divided into day and night, base building and scavenging. You take control of a group of civilians in a war-ridden city and have to take care of basic needs such as food, water, heating and medicine. And of course you gotta defend your hideout. There's snipers everywhere, raiders coming at night. People are getting desperate. And when I say people, I'm talking about you as well. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because the first blind run has its very own magic, but you will be forced to do things you don't want to do. Skill is all about strategy. Decisions matter 10 times as much as quick reflexes would, and most of the time the question isn't how to attack, but if you should in the first place. A complete run might take a lot longer than a study break, and the game costs twice as much as the other 2, but it autosaves at the beginning of each day and night, so you should be good. Honorable mention! XCOM, Enemy Within. I feel it's a little too complex to just call it easy to come back to, but it's among the very best in terms of replayability, and I can't just ignore it when I'm still playing it up to this day, even after more than 350 hours. Also, it's pretty well known anyway. You control a group of soldiers who can't hit shit, while the aliens are always lucky. So yeah, that's only my opinion, but I'm always right. That being said, there are still games I haven't played, so any other good titles that would belong here, just throw them at the screen or into the comment section, you know. My name is MacLeod, GLHF, and see you next time. The fuck?